Hello, this is Kinesis. I made a transparent drawer in the previous video. I'm going to install an upper light here. I made the shelves in the early days of the workshop. I'm going to expand this and install a light at the bottom of the shelf. First, a 1mm thick transparent rubber pad was covered on the top of the transparent drawer. There were many people who were worried that the acrylic would be scratched, and the rubber pad arrived late. One of the most difficult things about DIY is collecting all the materials that are used at once. There's always a lack of ingredients for one thing, so I'm still collecting a lot of parts and materials, but I'm still not satisfied. I used 12T OSB plywood with a width of 30mm. This plywood has a pretty wood grain pattern, so it is good for interior materials. While it has the advantage of being cheap, it has the disadvantage of low density and uneven surface. I cut the shelf to 350mm wide and the front to 30mm wide. This is a sanding machine that recently got me a cord insertion. The wood was lifted and sanded with buttons that operate both vices at the same time. This time in particular, I make an oblique slope on the shelf. If we create a line that's angled between verticals and horizontal lines, it's very striking. It's a different atmosphere. This time I also wore gloves when using the table saw. The OSB was rough and the tips of my fingers hurt a bit. There are some people who are very sensitive here, and I think tight gloves can be used. Long ago, loose and unsealed cotton gloves used to be in danger of being rolled into saw blades. But these days, gloves are coated and can be worn tight. It's good to think about safety as best, but I don't think old customs need to be forced, as the world is changing. I'm definitely against the idea of working with my bare hands, even though my fingers hurt. For me, the work efficiency doesn't increase. This voice that you're hearing is actually a voice that was created by learning my voice from an AI program. The original voice is my native language, but it is pronounced in English. Cut the shelf column and prepare the L-shaped clamp. When I think about the time when there was no laser leveler, when people put water in rubber hoses to level themselves, I think carpenters in the past would have worked very hard. Seeing so many tools that are easy and comfortable to use, I sometimes feel grateful to the developers. Many people's efforts and steady development of technology can be seen through tools. This is one of the reasons I like tools and collect them. I think it would be good for you to sometimes appreciate the current technological advances. This is the most annoying part of using the shelf system. To attach the shelf to the wall, we have to drill a groove in the part that touches the rail column. Still, it feels great when it fits perfectly when I dig into the groove and put it in. Install the clamp accurately using a right angle, and we have to fasten the piece to secure it firmly. Let's cut the front wood lath where the LED will be installed at an angle using a small barrel. OSB plywood is very soft, so it's easy to cut. Round the wood on the side. The trigger jig I used is a convenient product in many ways. I think it'd be good if you prepared one too. The height is different from the previously installed shelf. It's sort of like a fault in the diagonal shape. It's satisfying. Previously I used 6000K white LED, but I added 3000K yellow LED. It was easy to work with existing wiring. The horizontal part of the stick was painted black, and the diagonal part of the stick was painted yellow. It matches the background and feels like the diagonal line is emphasized. I used the masking tape very well. I finished my work. I made it for the lighting of the transparent drawer, and I think the shelf itself will be very well used. The finish of the interior is lighting, which seems very appropriate. It was the messiest place in my workshop. It's been transformed into a space that I really like. If you enjoyed watching it, please subscribe and like. Thank you.